Empire Season 2, Episode 6. Yes, bitch. And I'm going to do this shit right this time. I'm actually going to give you guys the rundown blow by fucking blow, okay? So, it's going to be blow by blow. So, if you see me looking down at my notes and things like that, that is the reason why, girl. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this here particular review, bitch. Okay, so the last episode, of course, we already know that Andre was baptized and all that good shit. And then at the end of the episode, we saw some motherfuckers pull up and they hijacked Hakeem up out of that piece. So, yeah, that is where the last episode left us, okay? Now, this episode I thought was very, very good. Some people said that they thought it was dry. They didn't think it was very good, but I think it was, you know, it kept me entertained. So I low-key liked this episode. So let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes, y'all. So the episode starts off with Gabourey City Bay. You know, y'all know who Gabourey is. I think her name is Becky on the show, bitch? If I'm not mistaken. I think her name is Becky on the show. Excuse me. But she's out there with this sex-ass chocolate thing. When I first seen him, I didn't know who the fuck he was. I was like, who the fuck is this sexy ass greased up chocolate nigga? Okay? Then I see Becky laying down on a little situation, or they like are they on a rooftop or some shit? I don't know, but she laying down and this man is like, you know, about to give her the business and shit. She like, I gotta get back to, you know, home so I can get ready to go back to work because, you know, my new boss, of course, she's talking about Andre at this particular point in time. He was like, girl, if you keep that leg right there, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. You gonna show up be late, bitch, if you keep that leg right there. So yes, he is fucking a Becky, girl, and I'm here for it. So she is, you know, Becky is getting her motherfucking groove back at this particular point in time, girl. So I'm all here for it. And at first, I didn't know who the fuck he was, but later on, we found out that he is one of the artists, of the new artists for this new label situation that Lucius has put Andre in charge of, okay? So later on, we found out that's who the fuck he is, because at least I found out that's who he is later on, because I didn't know who he was at first. So yeah, he's, you know, having sexual relations with Miss Becky, girl. And then we see, back at the OK Corral, we see Cookie trying to contact Hakeem, but of course Hakeem's not answering his phone, of course, because he's been kidnapped, bitch. He can't answer his fucking phone. So she's trying to contact him, and he's not answering because she's over there with Gladys Knight and the pimps and shit, you know, Gladys Knight and the pips. And she can't get in touch with him, and she, motherfucker, where the fuck are you, okay? Then all of a sudden she gets a video, and it's a video of Hakeem with his mouth taped up and shit, you know, just basically sweating like a motherfucking slave, girl. And she at first she thinks it's a joke. She thinks, you know, somebody playing a joke on her, and then she thinks, you know, Lucius has some shit to do with it. She think he playing a joke on her, and it really ain't real. So, back at Empire, you got Jamal and Lucius there in the studio. Jamal is, you know, doing his little thug thizzle, but he's a little bit salty because, you know, he's thinking about the little rendezvous that, you know, Michael had or whatever. So, you know, and Lucius is telling him, look, you need to put that into the music. You need to let that energy out inside of your music, okay? And then next thing we know, you know, Cookie busts in and, you know, show him the video like, motherfucker, I know you playing, quit playing. And Lucius tells her, look, that ain't me. I didn't do this, okay? So that's when she finds out that it's not a joke. And they decide you know, they got to do what the fuck that it is that they got to do to get their son back. So back in the dungeon, girl, they got Hakeem ass tied the fuck up and all this shit, and he's talking shit. I want somebody to explain to me why the fuck were they getting naked? Did you guys notice why they were taking their damn shirts? Well, then again, I guess they were getting out of their kidnapping gear, the shit that they used to kidnap him in or whatever. But as they were taking their shirts and shit off, we saw these little stamps and shit on their back that looked like, to me, like a brand or whatever, like a cow brand or some shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. Did it look like the shit that they put on cows or whatever? That's what it looked like to me. So we see that and shit. And of course, he's talking shit on motherfucking Hakeem, and they knocking the fuck out. And I'm still trying to figure out why the fuck were they, I don't know. Somebody said that they were, I don't know. I'm just going to keep that to myself at this particular point in time. But anyway, they were back there. They were taking their clothes off. I guess the clothes that they kidnapped him in. He's talking shit, talking about how he Hakeem and all this shit, and they knock his ass, what I like to call, the fuck out, okay? But apparently they want like $40,000. That's the ransom that they want, you know, for Lucius and Cookie to pay them before they can get Hakeem back or whatever, okay? So Lucius and Cookie, they're at this drop-off location. They told them where to meet them with the money, and they're at this drop-off location. So that's where they are, and that's where they, you know, they waiting or whatever. So back at Empire, Andre is back at Empire being a Billy badass. Andre he is on another motherfucking level, of course, because now that Lucius has put him back in quote unquote charge, he's feeling some type of motherfucking way. I mean, he just, you know, I mean, he is on it. He is too hot like motherfucking fire girl. So he's there talking all kind of shit. And Becky New Man is one of the new artists or whatever. And he basically is saying that, you know, if the artists are bullshit, if they shit, then they are cut, baby. I'm talking about cut, what I like to call the fuck off. So, you know, he's talking all this type of shit, talking about how they not really good, they gonna get cut off and all this stuff. And I noticed Becky kind of look kind of side-eye, because I think that she's probably thinking in the back of her head, damn, my boo probably ain't gonna be the business, and he probably gonna end up cutting my boo off. So I did notice that little, I don't know if y'all caught that little side eye she was kind of giving him, but yeah, he's back at the OK Corral being a Billy badass, because he's quote unquote in charge. Okay, so back where Cookie and Lucius are, some dude shows up with the van, and of course that's where we see, because if you guys remember from the preview from the last episode, when Cookie goes to you know, slam the door open, Hakeem is not in the van. And she's like, where's my son? And the dude is kind of like, you know, look, man, they just paid me $1,000 to drive this van and drop dude off. But dude wanted to get out of the van before we got here. So Hakeem wanted to get out of the van before they got to the drop-off location. So the dude basically telling, you know, Lucius and Cookie, I ain't got nothing to do with this. These dudes paid me $1,000 to drive this van and drop this dude off, okay? Or to get, you know, drive to this location. And the dude wanted to get out before we got here, so I let his ass out. So that's that. And then, so we see Boo Boo Kitty, okay, Anika, we see her walking down the road. She's on the phone. She's talking to her mother, saying that how she ain't got nobody and all this type of stuff. And, you know, next thing we know, we see Hakeem. This motherfucker is just, like, deliriously walking down the road. Like, he is just, they fucked him up big time, okay? I mean, his head was just all kinds of fucked up. I don't mean his head physically. I mean, he was hallucinating, doing all kind of crazy, hearing all kind of voices and shit in his head. So, yeah, he's walking around, you know, what we feel like is aimlessly. So, like I said, Boo Boo Kitty is on the phone with her mom, heading into her apartment or whatever. And next thing we know, Hakeem pops up out of nowhere and starts kissing on Boo Boo Kitty, bitch. I'm talking about, like, kissing on her passionately. Like, they are, like, going ham and motherfucking cheese. Now, where that ties into, I have no idea. But let me call something right quick. I call that bitch is pregnant, okay? ThickChickVlogs called that shit. I don't know if anybody else said it. I don't know. If they did, it's unbeknownst to me. But I'm calling the shit to that bitch. I think that bitch is pregnant. ThickChickVlogs called that shit a voice boo, okay? So, yeah, that's what all happens with that shit. So, I'm assuming these motherfuckers had sexual relations because they're kissing all passionately and shit. But we didn't see them actually having the sexual relations. But I'm assuming that they had some sexual relations, bitch. So, you mean to tell me you just got your ass whooped and all you thinking about is going to Boo Boo Kitty's house and having a, you know, a sexual rendezvous? Please, somebody explain that to me, why he decided to do that. Maybe I missed that part. I don't know. But I'm trying to figure out why he felt the need to go to Boo Boo Kitty's house and have a rendezvous after he had just got his ass whooped. I don't know. Somebody let me know down in the comment section down below, girl. Okay, so that's what happened with that. And then next thing we know, he shows back up, you know, at the OK Corral where, you know, Lucius and Cookie are. And they have a doctor there and all that shit to examine him. Because I guess, of course, they didn't want to take him to the hospital. Because I guess they probably figured that, motherfucker, you know, we got all this other shit going. We ain't got time to be going to the hospital. Of course, they're going to want to investigate or whatever. This is me assuming that. So they got this goddamn in-house doctor who is going to be examining him. Basically, all the nigga end up doing is putting a band-aid on his head. But if you guys notice, as they go into the back room for the doctor to examine him, when Hakeem takes off his shirt, he has that same fucking branded shit on his fucking back, like those dudes that kidnapped him had on their back, okay? So y'all keep that in mind. So that shit means something, okay? So yeah, he has that brand on his back or whatever. I guess everybody that they do whatever they do to, they put their brand on their back, okay? So he has that brand on his back. Now, Cookie notices that he has his brand on his back. So, that's that. So the doctor, like I said, the doctor just bandaged his ass up because he pretty much said all he got is a fucking black ass eye. He gonna be okay. Put a couple bandages on his eye and move on swiftly, motherfucker. Especially shout out to my boy, my brother from another mother, Justin J123. So, okay. So, you got Anika, Boo Boo Kitty, quote unquote, who is, you know, blowing up Hakeem's phone. And Cookie is trying to figure out why this bitch keep calling your fucking phone. Like I said, I think I called that bitch is pregnant. Okay. I don't know if she been pregnant or what, but I called that bitch is pregnant, okay? she's blowing up Hakeem's phone, and Cookie want to know why the fuck is this bitch calling your phone or whatever. So Gladys Knight and the Pips, you know, they practicing whatever for their little, you know, performance that they're about to do. And Hakeem ass is in there hallucinating like a motherfucker. I'm talking about he is in there hearing all kind of voices and shit. He's got the goddamn sound and shit leaving him or whatever. He can't hear for little spurts or whatever. He is just going absolutely crazy or whatever. So they pretty much done fucked him up at this particular point in time, because he is like I said, he is hallucinating like a motherfucker. So Cookie is meeting with that sexy ass motherfucking promoter bitch. I'm talking about that nigga. That man sexy to me. I don't know about nobody else, but that motherfucker is all kinds of sexy to me. But she's meeting with him, and he's basically telling her to hire some folks to, I guess, get back at the folks who kidnapped Hakeem or whatever. And he's telling her, you know, maybe hire some police. And she was like, I don't fuck with the fucking police and all this type of shit. But his ass ends up being crooked, and I'm gonna tell y'all how at the end of this motherfucking review. But his ass ends up being crooked anyway. So he's telling her to hire some people to get back at these folks. So Cookie decided she gonna set up a meeting with the kidnappers. So she set up a meeting with the kidnappers, and Hakeem is going with her. Now as they get to this little dungeon situation that they had this motherfucker in, as they get there, they walk in, there's 3 guys there that's gonna be meeting with Cookie. And as they walk in, Hakeem pulls out a fucking gun on him, talking about, now who's the bitch nigga now? So, I mean, Hakeem is ready to literally kill the fuck out of these people, okay? But of course, Cookie's like, Cookie's trying to talk him out of it, like, put the gun down, I can't lose you like I did before when I was in jail or whatever. She was like, now if you decide that you're gonna pull that trigger, you're gonna force me to jump in front of that bullet to keep you from killing these folks who are going to prison, okay? So as he's doing all that and he's looking at Cookie, the dude is kind of like about to reach for his gun. So Cookie grabs the gun out of Hakeem's hand and put it up to that motherfucker's head like, nigga, don't you ever in your life fuck with me or my family again, okay? Do we have a motherfucking, do you understand where I'm coming from here, okay? He's like, yeah, I understand, bitch. Okay, I understand. So, yeah, Cookie don't play. Cookie do not motherfucker play. We all need a Cookie in our family, okay? I ain't saying, I'm just saying. We all need a Cookie and a Lucius in our families to wreck shop when shop needs to be motherfucking wrecked, okay? So, yeah, she basically telling bitch, don't ever fuck with my fucking family again, okay? So, Becky, or, you know, Gabourey, as y'all know, Precious, or whatever you want to call her, her new man is back at a little situation of performing or whatever. And, bitch, she telling Jamal, bitch, because, of course, Jamal already know that she's having, you know, a little rendezvous with this motherfucker. Because you can tell when folks is doing, you know, some shit together, especially with people in the office or whatever. Bitch, she is telling Jamal how this motherfucker is hitting every side of her fucking walls. I'm talking about left, right, front to back. She's telling Jamal how he is hitting every inch of her fucking walls, okay? And, of course, Jamal is just like, bitch, for real, dog, for real, bitch. And Andre already hip. He already know that Becky is fucking with this dude. What I forgot I don't even know what the fuck his name is, y'all. For some P, okay? I don't know what the fuck his name is, but he the one who fucking with Becky. And she's telling Jamal how he is fucking her really, really good, girl. Be having her legs all kinds of twisted, left, right, side to side, and all this other shit. So yeah. So she's doing all that, and he's up there performing or whatever. And as he's performing, you know, because he's part of this hardcore record label that Lucius has put Andre in charge of, and he starts rapping some type of Bible verse or something. I didn't exactly hear what the fuck he said, to be honest with you. And Lucius like, what the fuck is that? Like, what you mean? And of course Andre is like, you know, that's he says Psalm something. I forgot what, like I said, I forgot what verse it was. And Lucius is like, okay, it's okay that you went to the Bible, but this is not what this record label is about. This record label is about this, and this, okay? So you need to get with the fucking program. And Andre's kind of looking at him like, nigga, did you not put me in charge of this shit? But Lucius, you know, at the end of the day, I put your ass in, you know, in the place of this shit, but I didn't put you in quote-unquote charge. So Lucius ain't really here for the Bible verses and things like that, okay? So that's what it is. So I don't know her name either, and forgive me, but the hardcore chick, the chick that's all, you know, the new artist that Lucius is really, really into, the one that he really wants to make it, she gets up there and she starts performing, and as she's performing, there's this dude who's heckling the fuck out, who basically tells her, bitch, get off the mic, you ugly as fuck, go back to where the fuck you came from, etc., etc., okay? So, you know, she's already some type of, you know, she hood as fuck, and Lucius looks at her, he's like, look, okay, just be cool, okay? But, you know, she's a hood chick, so she really ain't here for the shit. So, dude continues to heckle her, and she kicks the fuck out of him, kicks him in his fucking face, starts beating his ass or whatever. At this particular point in time, Andre is ready right then and there to cut her ass loose. But, Lucius is like, Andre is like, she's a ticking time bomb, nigga. She gonna get us in some motherfucking trouble. But Lucius like, look, she ain't going nowhere. I don't give a fuck about these other little rank-a-dank ass folks you got, but her, she ain't going nowhere. And Andre's like, damn, did you put me in charge or did you not put me in charge? He was like, I put your ass in place, okay? I didn't put you in charge. I'm still Lucius fucking Lyons, okay? So yeah, Lucius basically telling him, nigga, you ain't in charge, nigga. You in place. But at the end of the day, I'm the one who's gonna call the fucking shots. So you're not about to kick my artist off of this label. So you can kiss my ass on that. So Gladys Knight and the Pips, they doing their little performance situation, and as they're doing their performance, Hakeem, well no, they're about to do their performance, I'm sorry. Hakeem is out in the alley, okay? Because Cookie's looking for him. He out in the fucking alley chilling or whatever, because he's still a little insane in the membrane. And then Lucius pulls up, okay? Lucius pulled up and tells him, come in. I want you to hear something. Lucius plays for him a beat, you know, boom, 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 some shit like that. And basically Hakeem tell him, look, nigga, I don't want shit from you, okay? You are the one who put our family in all kind of danger and all this. He's like, I don't want shit from you. So Hakeem leaves and goes into the, you know, the building or whatever, because they're about to perform pretty soon. And Lucius comes in there and, you know, he's going off on his ass like, motherfucker, don't you ever turn your goddamn back on me, nigga. You turn your back on me again, I kick your ass. So Andre and Jamal's like, look, you and Cookie get up out of here and let us talk to our brother. So they give him a little pep talk, because Hakeem, you know, that, like I said, he is a little insane in the membrane at this particular point in time, because these motherfuckers beat his ass, okay? And I guess his manhood was really fucked up after they whooped his ass or whatever. So he felt a little bit of type of way, which I don't really necessarily blame him, okay? I would feel some type of way too if somebody whooped my ass and it was nothing that I could do about it, okay? So yeah, he felt some type of way, but his brothers, you know, Jamal and Andre, they gave him a little bit of a pep talk, and all is good, you know, in the hood or whatever. So now Gladys Knight and the Pimps are performing, and then, you know, Hakeem comes on stage to perform his little part, and this nigga freezes up because he sees Lucius out in the audience, and he just absolutely freezes the fuck up. He can't get his shit out of nothing. And then one of the girls, the lead singer, she comes up, and, you know, she's kind of, you know, doing her little thing, and he kind of comes too, and then he hits it, and, you know, they kill it or whatever. So all, you know, all is good in the neighborhood at this particular point in time. That the performance goes well. Now, after the performance, they're sitting around, they're having a little chit chat or whatever, and Anika shows up, Boo Boo Kitty shows up, and she basically said, you know, because he goes to the door or whatever, he's like, what's up? She was like, I just wanted to make sure you was okay. I guess because she was blowing his fucking phone up, but he wouldn't answer, so nigga, I just wanted to make sure you were okay. And then she noticed the lead singer from the little girl group in there, and she kind of side-eyed that bitch like, oh, okay, so that's your bitch, okay? So, like I told y'all, I'm calling that this motherfucker is, Boo Boo Kitty is pregnant, okay? I'm calling that she is pregnant, okay? Because something ain't right in that border with that little situation right there. But, yeah, she looking like kind of side-eye. He was like, you know, this ain't a good time, okay? It ain't a good time for you to be here, bitch. You just sat there and showed up at my little situation, oh, bitch. So, yeah, she's feeling some type of motherfucking way because, number one, you gonna sit there and kind of, you know, brush me off a little bit because you got your little whores up in here, okay? Not you weren't saying that the other day when you was up in my you know, bust up in my little situation. We had a little sexual rendezvous. So yeah, so she just showed up out of nowhere. And then next thing we know, this thug chick, you know, I can't think of her fucking name. Like I said, I'm not a politically correct reviewer, but this chick, you know, she's popping up. Her and Lucius are having a little situation. She's basically thinking that Lucius is gonna kick her off of the label now. He's like, no, I'm not kicking you off of the label. If anything, I'm gonna bring you a little bit closer to me, okay? Because you really need some motherfucking, you need some fucking, you need some emotional situations. Motherfuckers, you gonna fuck around and be in prison, okay? So, you know, he tells her he wants her to hear something. So they get inside of his car, and bitch, he played with her the same fucking beat that he played for Hakeem. Said that he made that for Hakeem because, you know, he felt like it represented Hakeem. He played stuff for her and said he felt like it represented her. And she, let me tell y'all something. I don't know who the fuck she is, but she flowed like a mother effer, okay? She flowed like it wasn't nobody business. I absolutely love her style, okay? And I'm not even really a rap person like that, but I absolutely adored how she, you know, flowed with that little situation right there. So shout out to her. So yeah, that was that whole little situation right there. So next thing we know, Cookie shows up at that, you know, sexy ass promoter's house booth. That little sexy motherfucker. What is his nationality? Is he Puerto Rican? Is he a Latino? What the fuck is he? I don't know. All I know is he is fine as fuck, bro. He is fine. It's all kinds of get down. She basically said, are we gonna do this or what? And y'all know what this is, bitch. This is, are you gonna get these motherfucking draws or what, nigga? Okay? Are you gonna get in these draws or what? So he was like, okay, shit, let's do this. So they doing their little thug thizzle or whatever, you know, they all kissing and shit, and he picks up and put on this little table or whatever. He slams the door with his foot. The next thing you know, they're taking their clothes off. He takes his fucking shirt off, and bitch, he got that same fucking brand on his back as those dudes that kidnapped Hakeem, and the same little brand that they put on Hakeem. He got that shit on his back, okay, bitch? Yes. So next thing we know, that shit goes off, bro. So yeah, it's some shit that's gonna be his motherfucking ass in on this whole little situation. Because like I said, as they're having that little sexual rendezvous, this motherfucker pulls off his shirt and he got that same brand on his fucking back. And then of course we see the preview for the next episode, and he's in a band talking to some dude talking about, yeah, we gonna get more money than we originally wanted, double the money that we originally wanted. So yeah, he is some bullshit. They gonna end up, I can tell you now, Lucius gonna end up killing his motherfucking ass, girl. Or maybe Cookie will kill him, or maybe Hakeem will kill him. We don't know, girl, but it's gonna be some shit. Okay, so that was basically this episode. A lot of people said that they thought it was kind of dry, but I absolutely enjoyed it. I want you guys to chime in down in the comment section below about what you thought about this episode. What do you think is going to happen in the next episode? Also, do you think that Boo Boo Kitty is pregnant? Let me know. Let's debate this shit down in the comment section, because she's going a little bit too crazy for a person who's just looking for somebody to make sure somebody is okay. Let me know down in the comment section what you thought about this episode. Also, if you think Boo Boo Kitty is pregnant, if you are new here, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, go and add me on Facebook, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.